Please leave a message after the tone.
You got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice?
This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone and leave a message for the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark.
Before light.
Before light, after 10 and a half hours
It's
of work.
late now.
I am your exhausted host, Caleb Schweiss.
Only 2 hours of sleep, Caleb Craig.
In about 7 hours of sleep, Cameron.
Oh, see, Craig and I were like, we're going to be really... you're not going to sleep, is what Craig said. I'm going to get like 2 hours, and Cameron's going to be fully rested.
I mean, that's basically how much I generally sleep nowadays anyway.
5 to 7.
Yeah. Depending on when I can get myself to fall asleep sometimes.
For me, it's like 4
Because
to 4.5.
You get home from work at 7. I get to work at 7. So I get up at 6 usually. So I just had a late night last night. So
Man, I just yawned in a way that I almost threw up. I don't know how that's possible.
that's just the fucking spirit in here deep throwing you as you open your mouth wide.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's the Holy Ghost in this household.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you feel the balls just like
I didn't.
rest on your nose, and each testicle like rests upon your eye, just like
So he's 69 positioning deep throating Craig is what you're telling me.
yeah. So he's giving Craig a blowjob too. He's trying to anyway. Trying to find it, but or he's just dropping his balls and like he's just bending the shit out of his dick to get it into Craig's mouth.
You watch some weird stuff.
You know, I'm impressed with what the human body can do. What can I say?
He's impressed with what it's capable of under great stress.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the words of a serial killer right there.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Very impressed. Just a wall of people like dropping their
I'm
dicks.
going to
With
test
the limits of the human body.
Yeah.
To fully know the limits, you must break them, though.
It cuts back and the music's all like, "Bling." There's like a wall of dudes dropping their fucking meat into the dude's mouth with the ball sacks like resting on the eyes.
Fucking what?
You must know.
You know the look you give your friend after your other friend says something like really gay, but it's like a look you guys shared every week so far. You know the guy.
Dude, it's the fucking VeggieTales meme.
And you just love it. You just play into it now.
Yeah.
I mean, again, safe space.
Yeah.
Man, I can only imagine the game that Schweiss would make with the freedom of Kojima.
Yeah.
With Kojima's pride and money, what would?
It would definitely be AO, adults only.
Yeah. I would say I'd have a hard time getting it published, but I could just do it myself.
Yep.
There's
Just do
It'd be-
Schweiss Productions and then just
no,
make
no,
sure
no.
that everyone knows that it was you who made it.
Yeah.
Every type of credit screen or title screen.
I do Kojima cut screen.
It's also like
Dude, it does that. There's like 3 sets of cuts or credits, Cam, and it tells you that Kojima made the game like 20 times each.
Yeah, it's like most of the time you see all those credits, and you're like, who's going to remember
Yes.
these? And he knows that, and so he makes sure you remember.
Death Stranding, a monument to myself.
It kind of is, dude. It's like a Kojima Productions game directed
Here
by
you
Kojima.
are, bask
And then it's like
in my
Kojima
glory.
in like a bunch of other spots, and then it's like a Hideo Kojima game.
Yeah, it should
Now
say like
you can begin to understand the stranding that is my mind.
it should just say like when it introduces Sam, it should have just said like Sam Porter, Norman Reedus, and then underneath that Hideo Kojima.
A Hideo Kojima, Norman
I'm honestly
Reedus.
surprised
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not in the game like at all.
A Hideo Kojima character and it's both the character of Sam and the character of Norman Reedus.
Dude,
They
I just
both are his.
kind of wanted to see like a cutscene, even if it was just a dream sequence of like Norman Reedus talking to God, and God was just like Hideo Kojima.
I am surprised he's not like an NPC in the game. I don't think he does that though. So
Well, I
He
mean,
hasn't been this over the top
He
with
has
his own
full freedom now. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
adulation, has he, in other games?
no, I don't think so. Not that I remember.
He
It's
put
not
a
like
lot of celebrities in the game, so
yeah. There's a ton of people in there.
yeah.
Look at them flock to the Kojima.
Yeah, yeah. Mads
Heard
Mikkelsen's
he's,
pretty crazy.
I heard recently that he's going to start directing movies. It's like, when has he not been producing
Well, dude,
movies?
the guy is like super obsessed with movies, so it's like a logical thing for him to do.
Yeah, that's
Although
true.
I don't know how good they're gonna be,
You thought
because
Inception
I mean
was a
the
mind
man
fuck.
is obsessed with
Wait.
fucking cutscenes, so we're gonna like start seeing 5-hour movies coming out of Kojima Productions.
This
No,
is art at its truest form. A Hideo Kojima movie.
2 hours is just weak. It's not. That's only a mere two. It's a mere 1/3 of the optimal length
Yeah.
for a film. Yeah, we'll have to see though. That'll be interesting. I bet you it'll probably be like that. They'll probably be really fucking long, at least like 3 hours.
I'm going to bring back intermissions
Yeah, I
in the
don't-
movie theater.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't think that he's gonna settle for like a 90-minute movie. So-
Yeah,
How dare you contain my creativity with your meaningless time?
hour and a half.
Time means nothing,
Exactly.
which is very apparent from Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Where did the time go, Craig?
I don't know. I still don't know where the time goes. And I need to know.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I fucking hate that world. It makes no sense.
All right. Well, let's see what we have. We have one voicemail, so
Okay.
let's check it here.
Hey guys, calling on my way to my second job where I deliver pizzas, and I have a question about delivery. So, about pizza delivery. So I don't ever order food delivery because I don't like paying the surcharge and I don't like shipping. I don't mind shipping, I just would rather go pick it up to avoid paying a tip. But people, when I've been delivering pizzas, and I've gotten stiffed a couple times because I don't get why people stiff people, but people pay way too much for delivery. Well, we get Postmates called into the store where someone pays $8 to have someone else deliver it instead of paying the store delivery fee where it's only $3. Why are people so stupid and what is your guys' experience with Postmates? I've never had Uber Eats or Postmates deliver food. Just curious to see how you guys feel about the whole picking up your own food versus paying for delivery versus idiots who use Postmates when the pizza chain delivers and charges less. All right, talk to you guys later.
Yeah. About the stiffing thing, there used to be a host who could answer that question a little bit better. The delivery boy.
Oh yeah.
Well, because of Death Stranding, I am now a delivery master.
And you do. There are missions to deliver pizzas.
There-
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You got to get it there in 20 minutes, or it's free. Though that's the thing.
Did you get stiffed on tips, Greg?
I didn't do that mission.
Oh.
It was extra.
Yeah.
There is no extra in the world of Death Stranding.
In a world where 12 hours of the game is dedicated to a cutscene.
Dude, I did literally
There's nothing
only
extra.
one extra mission, and it got me an otter hood,
What?
and that's all I wanted.
Why would you not do extra missions on the way to the main missions, Greg? Just grab some more stuff.
Why would I do that?
Well, you're already going there.
Wait. Remember who you're talking to. Why would he do anything
It makes the game
extra?
easier.
Twice. No,
I have-
I'm gonna wait for the review.
I have better
can't-
stuff.
I can't talk about this until then.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not ready.
The rage is there and it's waiting for me to access it. So I need you to beat that
You
game.
merely need to scratch the surface.
Anyways,
it's a scratch and sniff sticker, man. That's the rage is there. You just got to scratch it.
But yeah, I don't know why people stiff you. I mean, it's just like when you
Well, it's
order
because
food
people
and
don't
you have
believe in
delivered.
tips.
Well,
That's why.
well, fuck that. This is the world we live in. We're not Europe, where you don't tip.
Yeah,
But because they pay their employees a normal wage. But when you order something here, just it's part of it. You expect a tip. And I don't know. It's just give them the tip.
I don't like tipping.
But
I mean,
do you?
I
Yeah,
do
I
it.
do.
I mean,
but
you
at
don't
the same
have to like
time,
it, but they need the money.
Yeah, but they should
They're
get a
working at
different job
fucking-
if they've. We all have entry level jobs here, and we're talking about tipping people. We do. We started at the place, and now we're doing better than we were.
Oh, so you said we all have entry level.
Well, we
jobs.
all had
Yeah.
to some extent,
Yes.
and we've moved into better spots, right? So
Yeah.
like, we're not like ultra rich people talking
No.
about how tips are. It's a filth, And I do it. You're right. I do it, and I would do it for a delivery, but the thing is I don't like having to pay their fucking employees for them, and
Right.
it's ridiculous. Although one thing I do like is that you're able to stiff the man if you tip them in cash, because then they don't get taxed. Because honestly, a tip should be above and beyond. It shouldn't be me compensating them for their time. It should be me compensating them for doing a great job. Because that's what a tip
Yeah.
means.
And it's
Yeah,
not
and
just
delivery
food
people-
and delivery. It's the service industry as a whole. A lot of times you're supposed to tip.
Yeah, but then it's funny because why do we tip them, but we don't tip when we go to Costa Vida? Has a line for the tip, but you just don't. But what's the difference?
I
what
do.
I hate about the concept
You tip
of
when
the-
you go to
Well,
Costa
see,
Vida and shit?
Well, no, actually, because they don't serve you. They just make the
Well,
food. and
yeah,
give it
that's
to
what
you.
I mean.
Yeah, I guess that's
But they
the
like
difference.
expect.
Yeah.
Sort of like I went to.
But the fucking delivery guy doesn't serve me either.
Yeah, I
I guess he brings
He
it
brought it to you.
The
so you have to go
idea
out and-
of the expected tip is ridiculous because a tip is meant to be you get something extra for going above and beyond, not an expected thing. That is what a tip is. That
what
is
it-
like the
yeah.
idea of it in general, which is but
I
the
don't
idea
believe in
of
stiffing
but the
someone on the
idea
tip.
of an
I don't either,
expected
yeah.
tip is
Even if
ridiculous.
you receive subpar service, I still tip at least the normal rate. But I generally try to tip above 20%.
I like to
20.
base it off of whatever novelty item the place provides. So if it's Texas Roadhouse, I'll base the tip on the amount of rolls that I've been brought in my experience. It's look, it's $1 a roll, so you better keep this shit coming. Either that or Red Robin, it's baskets of fries. I obviously have to up the percentage. I can't give them $4 for my
So
four
you
baskets
got-
of
you
piping
gotta-
hot
You got to
fries.
base that off of the bottomless root beer float.
Nah.
Yeah, that too. There's got to be something that they provide
Dude, it's so fucking good.
that's endless.
It's
that
only
you can
$5.
Maybe you can do that.
you can hold them accountable for.
start at your base, whatever you're going to tip, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
increase it. But yeah,
It starts at $3, but every roll gives you another $1, and we're going to be here for about 40 minutes, so you can fucking make some serious.
and
serious
then
cash.
you're supposed to tip, and then the industry too changes how much you're supposed to tip. Like when you get your hair cut, you're supposed to tip the person who cut your hair.
Yeah.
Uber or taxi, tip the driver.
Okay, have you guys
That I don't
used
like as much.
Uber Eats? 'Cause I
Yes.
think we all have at least once.
So
except for maybe
we
Craig.
we used it when we went to
New York?
New York.
Yeah.
And so the reason why Uber Eats is something that people use is the variety you can now get delivered, because you can get pizza and Chinese food delivered, but why isn't there a fucking burrito delivery service?
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
Yeah.
I want a fucking burrito, and now Uber Eats can bring me my Beto's burrito to my door.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go outside to feel like shit. I can just have shit delivered and eat it at home.
That's right.
And yes, you pay more. And also, there's no getting used to or familiar to your delivery driver. Like, if you keep ordering pizza from the same place, they're going to start to recognize you after a minute. But with Uber Eats, it's a new person every time.
Yeah.
There's no shame outside, no increasing shame. There's still the shame as you're like, yeah, all of this is for me.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if you get friendly with the specific driver, it's pretty great.
And the app will show you who's delivering it. So if you can look at their picture and go, I guess I better look a little more presentable.
Yeah.
He's actually not too bad.
Oh, what do you get, a delivery chick?
Yeah, it's either or. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've used it when it's free, but I don't want to pay for something.
It's just
extra.
Convenient too.
Yeah, and if you're like,
I've never really lived in the spot
It is too expensive,
where Uber
but
Eats has been a thing.
If you think about it, Uber is just fucks the drivers, especially if all they're doing is taking food.
Yeah. I really like Uber as an industry, though, a business. I think it's great. I love seeing the taxi business just get wrecked because they're so fucking expensive. And
yeah, the whole thing in New York, too, if you look into it, and like everything around the medallions that you needed to get on auction to actually drive a taxi in New York, that whole stuff was fucked.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But then they have people there that are actually combating Uber because they don't like what it's doing. And they're like,
this
well,
is disrupting an ancient industry.
Yeah,
bringing
it's
change.
like, sorry, that's what technology does. You better get used to it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hold on to your old ways. Like, when people are, like, at the post office, they're like, well, eventually they're going to have machines do a lot of this stuff. And I was like, well, what do you want to hand sort it? Like, how far back in time are you willing to go before you're satisfied? Like,
I'm scared of
keeping out
change.
all the tech.
I've only learned one thing in my life, and I don't want that one good thing ruined for me.
The hard part is there is a subset of the population that is too stupid to do the complicated things that you would have to do. Like, there are people that are just simple, So that makes it tough because if everything moves to this high-tech thing, we're going to be manufacturing or developing those technologies, and those guys are just fucked. But the reason why they get fucked now is because you got places clamoring for $15 an hour, and McDonald's is like, okay, fine. We'll just have 2 people working instead of 8, and then we'll have machines. What, are you going to make us pay the machines?
I mean, technically they could do that. Just have 2 people
Jesus.
make the food,
But
and
see,
have like those
the
robots
cost
do the-
of staffing the store went down, but the cost of machine maintenance is going up.
That's
so
true.
Your customer's going to roll the window and they'll be like, sorry, hamburger machine broke.
Yeah.
Their fucking ice cream machines always destroyed.
They do
Well,
have.
yeah.
They do
But
have.
that's because their employees are stupid and never clean it.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Just so you guys all know, never order ice cream from those places. They're all crap.
I don't know. I mean,
Dude, I have helped clean out the
I think Chick-fil-A
the
uses
ice cream
holy
machine
water, so
at fucking Arby's
Nothing.
before.
No, so Chick-fil-A probably has a clean ice cream machine because you can just see it in their eyes. The strict obedience.
yeah, the Nazi regime like obedience.
The fanatic / zeal that they have for their Chick-fil-A.
As they goose step into work for the day to clean the fucking ice cream maker.
So Chick-fil-A will probably have a clean ice cream machine, and then I think Dairy Queen would too, because that's kind of their thing.
That's what you go for.
I would just say that if a place has an ice cream machine that's consistently down or broken, just stop ordering ice cream from there because it will be gross.
Yeah, I had some lady at the Arby's because I was like, oh, is it too late to get a shake? And she's like, oh, no. And if you ever have any problems with that, you tell me. And I'm like, okay. And then I pull up to the window and she's like, yeah, I just fired my night manager because she kept telling people we were out of meat and we were out of ice cream and we're not supposed to do that. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
But wait. She said, and we're not supposed to do that. She didn't say...
You're not supposed to...
She didn't say that whether or not they were really out of meat. She just said we're not supposed to tell them we're out of meat.
Oh, she was lying about it.
Yeah,
because she didn't want to make
more.
more
Well, of course
food.
you're not supposed to not to do that. She's turning away customers.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny though because she's like, and if it ever happens, you let me know. And I'm like, Jesus, am I gonna like crusade with this person for?
Yeah, it's a holy
Hell
crusade.
yeah,
you just arrived, and it's her holy mission to reestablish that as a cornerstone of the community.
I look up at the
Gotta take back Israel.
I look at the fucking roast beef sign, and there's just a person crucified on the sign. I'm like, damn.
Oh yes, we've got the meat.
Yeah,
She was lying.
she is the meats.
Got all sorts of exotic meats over here at
Yeah.
Arby's.
Yeah, I was like, is that a fucking knuckle in my thing?
We got a knuckle sandwich.
Remember how people found fingers and teeth in the chili at Wendy's.
Yeah, it's the same lady. She fucking cut the hand off for theft and like
Whenever
cried
these
it into
fast
the
food
chili.
joints have a problem, there's only one person to bring in.
Yeah. Arby's manager, general manager of the Arby's in East Bay, Provo. She cut your fucking hand off.
God, just that. It's just not like I don't know. I know working fast food late at night's a shit job and it's a stupid thing to do, but I don't know. It just kind of makes me mad at some of the laziness that people have. It's just like if you don't want to do the job, why are you working there? And not a lot of people go, well, that's probably the only one they can have at the time. No one knows their situation. But it's just me personally. When I do something, I fucking do it to the best I can do it.
Yeah, and everybody has off days.
Yeah.
But like when it's consistent, when you go to a place a lot, like the Wendy's over there, dude, everything over there is trash at least one night a week. Like I'll roll up at the Wendy's 30 minutes before they're supposed to close, and they'll be closed half the time.
Right.
And then the other half, the guys will all be outside smoking, and then they'll like go in when I roll up to get it, and I'm like...
That happened to me at the post office next to where I live. I needed to go ship something. I got off of work 30 minutes before the post office closed, and they're locking up.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's
The post office isn't supposed to close before time. Remember, it's rain or shine.
Yeah, and it's.
Your
I mean,
ass is mine.
it already closes early enough. Like
Rain
it's
or
already.
shine, you take my packages.
It's already like 3:30 when they close. Like a fucking granny going to bed for the night. Like it's ridiculous already. So why the fuck would you close earlier?
I understand why they were closing so early.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so annoying because it's like, yeah, you're right. It's probably crappy, and you know we all have bad days where we're not as productive as we.
But this sounds like she was
but-
consistently just like they must have been. I mean, you can. I don't even know how long you could probably get away with doing something like that, like maybe once every so often. But like once the manager / the
doing
owner
it enough that people
notices
complain
sale.
about it?
No, not just that. Just noticing, hey, we expect at least this much each month from sales at from this time frame. What's going on? Why aren't people buying hamburgers? And so they're gonna be looking into it, and they're gonna fucking
I don't
find
know if
out.
they would expect that.
Yeah, no, dude.
Well,
Have you
the
worked
food
in fast
industry
food
is
industry?
very strict. Yeah, they know exactly how much they need and when they need it. It's crazy.
It's also they know how
It doesn't
much
make any sense.
sales they make, and they know how much product they need to buy,
Yeah.
so they don't overbuy. It's the amount of inventory that goes into that is insane. And so someone doing that consistently, it throws their numbers off. They're going to want to fucking know why.
I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't
So,
either,
like,
but it totally
the
is,
McDonald's
dude.
by
And
my
so
work,
what happened
dude,
is they might have sent a mystery eater through at that time to see what was going on, and then that person was probably denied food.
the concept of that is so stupid. Anyway, the fucking McDonald's
it.
by my work, like my job and a few other places get off at the same time, like 2 a.m. in the morning, right?
Right.
So this fucking McDonald's, they stopped taking credit cards.
Yeah, what's with the cash only?
At like fucking the exact
Wait, where?
time that we get off.
Which one?
The one that's at the Payson exit.
And the one near my work on Sundays,
Like-
they'll say cash only, and I'm
Yeah,
like, you're
they-
fucking stealing it. I bet.
they fucking tell you cash only when like they know that people are going to be going there.
Telling me
like,
fucking Chase
every
takes a Sabbath day off.
Literally all the time that I fucking like pass this fucking McDonald's, right? There's always a line there. But every time that I go through the drive-thru, they're like, oh, cash only, and I'm like,
I feel like
are you
they're
fucking serious?
I feel like they're fucking stealing it, man.
Cash only at a time when fucking there's gonna be a shitload of fucking factory workers getting off of work and are hungry as fuck. Like I've always seen like a decently large line at that fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, but
and
you
they're
have
the
to-
only ones that are open, like in any direction for forever. Because like the fucking Beto's in Payson,
Whenever,
it closes at midnight. Beto's never closes. What the fuck?
It's not a real beta.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
it's
I
not.
see-
It's like a
I see a
fucking
trend.
half-baked Beto's.
I know I see a trend going on in that small town of yours, Craig. But whenever he says when the factory workers and I get off, I just imagine like a 1920s Craig wearing his fucking Newsies hat, getting off with the boys.
It's
do
really
like those
really
hats.
grainy black and white film, and it's
and
like
then just hear that steam whistle blow announcing it's time you can finally go back to home, slave.
toot.
And he's like, I'm going to get
I
into
would
my
honestly
carriage to the
appreciate
local.
a whistle like that. That'd be sweet.
Anyways, Craig,
The little text panel. What the fuck, man? Why is it always cash only in this stupid fucking place, dude?
Dude,
Right.
It's
No, when
not,
a
though. It's like,
location- when a location
it's weird. Like,
says
sometimes it's
they don't
not.
accept card. No, when they say they don't accept card, it's because they don't want to pay the credit card fees on top of.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
What they
Because they
make.
should say that
It's-
every day,
it's
all
fucking
day.
No,
random-
but they
it's
do it
random
on those
times,
days.
though.
They do it on those days and times, I guess, where they don't make a lot of business, and so they can save that much more. But if it's random times throughout a day, that's different. But the
'Cause-
reason what supports my theory is the fact that Beto's is closed at midnight, which means they don't get late night customers. Which is why would they ever be fucking open?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is kind of in a weird spot because it's like by the hospital.
And also, Payson's not a very big city.
Well, I mean, fucking Spanish Fork doesn't have anything either. The only thing they have is a fucking shitty McDonald's. It's way shitty, especially compared to that Payson one. That Payson one is fantastic. But the fucking Denny's is the only other thing that's open. Like, literally, that's it. The only other thing that's open is the fucking Taco Time for some fucking reason in Springville. And then the Beto's that's all the way on the other side of Springville. So I literally have only one option of the one decent McDonald's.
Yeah,
So
it's all the small towns south of.
and I don't know why they would
Main
like
Street,
choose
Orem.
to do cash only when they know they're going to get a stream of customers of like the factory workers getting off.
I mean, in your mind, you think that there's a lot of people coming to eat, but in their mind, it's like 15 people,
Still though,
which is not very many when it comes to.
Well, I mean,
food.
they can wait to turn off the like credit card receiver thing like right after that.
I don't know. Maybe you can ask their policy, Craig. I just like.
Because
Who cares
it's
about-
not
See,
just
Craig and I
it's
both
not just my place.
think
It's like
it's a
other people.
It's like
It is. It's a fucking conspiracy specifically against me, and I fucking hate him for it.
just stop eating fast food, and you'll probably feel better for it.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't eat it, but it's like I want it, and it's two, and you're like, no, credit cards
Yeah,
only.
when you're hungry, you haven't eaten anything all fucking day.
like,
The
do I
only
even
thing
get
that's
a?
open is fucking
It's
McDonald's.
like, do I even get a receipt, or are you just fucking stealing it?
And then when I get it, when I go through the drive-through, and they're just like, it's card only or it's cash only. Is that gonna be okay? And I'm like, no, fuck you. And then I drive off.
I could see that too.
Well, it sucks.
That's something
'cause
Craig would do.
For me, there's a Beto's too, but my Beto's is actually open.
Fuck you.
And I lied. My Betas is actually a Rancheritos.
Mine is
You
too.
lucky piece of
Yeah.
shit.
That's okay though, because it's a real Beto's if it's open 24/7.
In mine-
Have you had the carne asada fries?
Yeah.
And mine is open all night. I know this coming home around 2 a.m. after
God, what's a carne
a
asada
time
fries?
in Salt Lake City. Just like you're super drunk and
Yeah.
hungry and
Yep.
Wait,
Beto.
no, your
Beto's is so
Beto's
good.
isn't a Beto's or
It's a Rancheritos.
It was what
Okay, there's a Guadalberto's, but then
Oh,
there is
yeah.
a Rancheritos around the corner.
Guadalberto's or whatever. Yeah.
That's the same
But
thing. though.
Guadalberto's is actually tastier.
Yeah, it's the same idea though. Just
Yeah.
cheap Mexican food. It's amazing. Dude.
Yeah, there's a Fliberto's in Spanish.
What about
They're pretty good though. They have what's called a brigham, which is essentially just the carne asada fries inside of a tortilla. Which
Dude,
is fucking awesome.
fucking carne asada fries when you're drunk.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you mix that shit up. Oh man.
To carne asada fries and tobacco. That's what you have to have when you're drunk, and then you can just die, and you probably will. But there's like an 80% chance you're not going to make it.
Let's see. Yes, lots of cheese and fat. Yep,
And
clog those
and
arteries.
grease.
And then tobacco.
It's making it hard to breathe.
Yeah, heart failure. Here we come. No, so
And then
no.
fucking liver failure.
Tobacco and smoking. Well, the smoking consistently increases your chance of blood clotting and dying that way.
That's true. Yeah.
And heart disease. So
Did I tell you guys I want to take up smoking with a pipe?
okay.
What about
Seems
hookahs?
classy.
What about hookahs?
No, I want a fucking like 1920s this shit with like a fucking pipe, man.
No, so I there was a time where I thought that'd be fun just to have a pipe to pull out every so often, but I didn't go for
Well,
it.
They got these like.
But
fucking,
what I don't know why they haven't done this is why aren't there vapes in the shape of a pipe?
you know,
yeah, it seemed
that
much
is
less
a good
douchey
question.
if it was a pipe vape. You know?
No, it still seemed like super like, oh man, you're trying way too hard here. But no, just think about it. A wood-paneled vape where the battery is just like the pipe bowl. No. The pipe bowl is where you put the juice. Sorry, I did that wrong. So you put the stuff inside the pipe bowl, and then where's the battery? The battery has to go somewhere. This is not going to be a very big battery, so
Build it into the stem, maybe.
no, because you have to draw through the stem, so it'd have to be a hollow
It could
battery.
be in like the bottom part of the bowl. Just make the bowl a little bigger.
Wait, but then where's the atomizer going to be at? No, so the stem has to be where
How do you know the
put.
anatomy of a fucking vape?
Because I don't know.
'Cause
He
I've
worked in a
seen
call
it.
center, so
Yeah.
that's all they do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they do is talk about their build. Fucking Jesus Christ.
No, because it's just the technology where
How
you
many
have,
ohms?
you have the liquid
What the fuck
which
is
you
an ohm?
want to turn into vapor, and the wick or whatever cotton that they're using absorbs it, and then they pass a current through it, which then turns it into vapor. I mean, you see that technology in humidifiers and like all sorts of stuff. So that's like that technology itself is used in other places, but then you need to draw right where it's being vaped from, because or else it just condense back into liquid if you can get
Yeah.
a good pull on it.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I need to design this as a pipe. Maybe that's why I
Dude,
haven't seen
okay,
the pipes, because
so-
it's hard to design that.
With the pipe, you should also make it a bubble pipe, so you get like bubbles with like the vape.
So it's
clouds.
got to be it's got to be in the stem.
Then once one of them hits you, it just like
The
fucking-
reservoir has to be in the stem, or it's just going to be one of those replaceable cartridges type of thing.
Yeah. What was his initial question? What the fuck was it? It was,
Oh, it was something
he's
about
getting
tipping.
stiffed, yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting stiffed on tips, and then why do people go use Uber? Because Uber's convenient, which is why.
yeah. When you're drunk, it's nice. You
Yeah.
can party.
Yeah, I tried to use it once, but then they told me I was outside the
I mean,
range,
if
so
I'm
I said,
going
"Fuck
to
you."
order a pizza, I'm probably going to call the pizza place.
Yeah.
But sometimes
I
pizza
don't know
places,
what-
especially when they're slammed, it's like an hour, like 90 minutes or more at times to get your pizza delivered. And then you check Uber, yeah, you're paying more, but they're going to do an in-store
That still
pickup,
seems ridiculous.
and then they can bring it to you a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I usually go pick it up because I don't like tipping people, so I just won't give them a job. Period. I'll just go pick it up myself.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the delivery charge too, which is like
But-
$2.
Yeah,
usually,
$2-3
and
bucks.
and then you got the fucking tip on top of that. So you're paying like at least an extra $7 just to have it delivered to you.
So the reason why people don't do what we do, with like picking it up, is the same reason why Redbox, which is still everywhere, it's like super prolific, right? But people will rent for more. They'll do it digitally for more because it's easier. It's just convenient.
Yeah.
Convenience
well, Redbox
is key.
has tried to bridge the gap between convenience and I don't know, I guess renting a movie for cheaper by putting in locations you tend to go anyway.
Yeah, Redbox is
Yeah.
decently easy to get to because of that shit.
But
where
they're struggling
like,
because of
outside
because of rentals that are more expensive. They're double to triple the price.
Yeah, people aren't going to those convenient locations anymore. They're just Ubering it to their house.
they're just so fucking lazy, and it's
Wait,
because
people Uber Redbox to their house?
No.
no,
Oh, okay,
No.
I was like, what the
But I wouldn't be surprised
fuck?
if you couldn't Postmate it.
yeah, you could probably do it.
I mean,
at
I
that
guess
point,
you
you
could
just
be
get,
like the special instructions for something.
No,
like-
I meant like they're not going to the convenient locations like grocery stores and stuff because they're just having groceries delivered these days.
Yeah.
At least in the
gets
communities with
groceries
enough expendable
delivered?
income to be renting movies anyway.
Yeah, well, it's like fucking $1.50.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to sound privileged with our $1.50 Redbox rentals here, but I'll do that over.
Well, I mean, it's like $3 if it's like a Blu-ray, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like $2 something. But like, if you rent something on Vudu, it's like $4 every time, just $4. And people are doing that in droves because it's just faster.
it's just faster. It's just that's all it is. It's faster.
And then you
it's
don't have to
convenient.
worry about forgetting it. Like it starts when
But
you
they're
start
making
watching it.
so much money because they didn't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
actually make anything.
Yeah, they just they just get a digital license for
Yeah.
it, and there's no maintenance other than server maintenance.
Right, and then Xbox and stuff like switching to a diskless operation. It's just
Yeah.
like they're forcing everyone to pay.
They're forcing you to pay for your game. Yeah, they're putting those
because you can't because the used market's just going to die.
Yeah,
with that.
It's going to be mom and pop shops, and that's it here in the next few years. And I'm fine with that. I don't like GameStop.
Yeah,
I don't like it because it's so, I don't know. it's just so ridiculous. Like, they just have so much random shit that they're using to try to get more people in there, like the random figurines and stuff, and it's like so packed with just shit. Just shit everywhere.
Right.
And it's knickknacks, and like I'm getting real tired of knickknacks because I don't have any fucking room in this house.
Yeah, I hate
So whenever I get
knickknacks,
like a
too.
knickknack, I'm
I
like,
just get
no.
tired of stuff.
Yeah, there's just so much shit, you know? It's like, who has room? And like, if you have to move ever, it's like,
I'm going to
Jesus.
start collecting nerd things, and then you collect a few, and like, well, this is just kind of stupid. It just sits here.
Yeah. It really is, yeah. I do it with the Final Fantasy stuff, but
Right.
and it's a lot. I mean, let's be clear, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Overall, I'm pretty done with them because it's just too much stuff. So I think they're failing for the same reasons. It's just convenient to just buy it digitally. Everyone buys digitally, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone gets more money out of it that way too.
Yep.
The people who actually matter, because the used game market is destroyed, and they make the money to make the games. So it's like, I think it's a pretty good idea, and I think that's the same reason why people do Uber Eats. Stiffen on the tip, I think it's just cultural. And I know
Just
some
stiff
people
on the tip.
Yeah, some people come from cultures where you don't tip,
Oh, okay.
so that can be part of it. And then other people are just bastards.
Yeah, and some people are under the impression if they just stop tipping, then that will change how we do that
If we all
specific aspect.
if we all did,
If we all did
arguably
that, then
it would.
yes, that probably would work. But not everybody's going to do that, especially because like other people have worked in those same kind of jobs and are like adamant about giving those people tips because they're like, oh well, it sucks and they need tips, so we're
Yeah.
going to keep tipping.
God, I just remember one time I
So it's not
ordered
going to stop.
a pizza from Joe, and I gave him $5, and he was like, $5, and I was like, Joe, I only paid $9 for the fucking pizza. Like, that's like an 8. That's like a 60% tip. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Only $5. I'm like, dude, would you ever pay 60%? No, you wouldn't.
should have
That's
just
insane.
given him like $1.50.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's your fucking 18% as he rests on my couch.
Only $5 as he's just taking the fucking
Yeah, dude, he
long
just-
ass break.
Yeah, he takes a
Yeah.
break
I'm
by like
out on
delivering a
delivery.
pizza to fucking Schweiss's place.
Oh, he did that all the time too in Vineyard, which was out of his way. So he would deliver a pizza, then come home and just like chill for an hour, and then go back. It's just like,
Well, his fucking job was paying him for gas money too. So like, if he went out of his way, then he would get extra money because it was part of the delivery.
Yeah, well, and it's just so you can just get away with so much, and that's why it's so surprising when people get canned from these things. Like with the Arby's things, it's like, how much can you actually get away with?
I'm
there?
honestly surprised Joe never got
when you do
canned.
something that's illegal or is, you know, hindering the performance of a location, like
Yeah.
like actual monetary value, then
Yeah.
you're gonna get.
And I mean, it's like if you don't have roast beef, like what's the point of going to Arby's? Like I guess the chicken sandwiches are fine, but you don't think chicken and go to Arby's.
They
You know?
have the
No.
meats, Schweiss. They have more than just.
Oh, I
beef.
know, but it's all about that roast beef, man. That finely
She
cut.
said they did not have the meats, but it was a lie.
Yeah.
RB has the meats.
The meats look very weird before they cut them.
They say that right before they like firing squad execute the chick
The meats look weird at Arby's.
before they
Why?
cut them.
Yeah.
Like you're talking like the roast beef looks weird.
It's all tucked in,
Yeah.
but after you cut it up, after you
Yeah.
tear it up, it's just fucking like falling out of the.
Dude, I've taken it out of the fucking freezer before, and it's I don't know.
Yeah,
It
once you warm it up after you've torn it up in the past, it just like fucking.
it's just weird. That's all.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is
I don't.
fast food.
Well, dude, and diners, they're absolutely disgusting. If you ever like see how they do it, they just pre-cook everything and then heat it up.
Oh,
Depending
yeah,
on the
diners
diner.
are awful. Oh man, me and Joe went to one, and they tried to like pass off like these instant potatoes as being like handmade, like mashed potatoes. It's like,
Yeah.
no, fuck you.
I've been poor too. I know the taste. Powdered potatoes
I
made
know
with
ex-
powdered milk.
Dude, I know exactly what instant potatoes taste like.
Ah,
I know
yes.
what regular potatoes
The
taste
flavor
like.
of childhood and being poor.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's because I always had regular potatoes.
You
And,
see-
uh,
There's nothing like eating your off-brand Cheerios with powdered milk.
yeah. Oh, dude, it's so
I've never
gross.
had powdered milk.
It's
It
not good,
is-
dude.
Depending on the brand, it's not good, but depending on the brand, it can be passable.
Tolerable.
But it has this sweetness to it.
That's a level of poor that I haven't been for a very long time. That's like powdered milk. Do they even make powdered milk still?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
they do.
How much is powdered milk?
It's fucking cheap, dude.
Yeah.
Compared to regular milk. I don't even know what do they do for powdered milk? Like,
I
'cause
don't-
to me, you'd think like, you know, the powdered whatever is just dried out whatever. So are they like drying out milk?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be more expensive?
So powdering something is just dehydrating it, removing the liquid from it.
Maybe you can get a shit ton of it. No, because it should be like a 1-to-1 ratio, or even less than 1-to-1. So it should be more expensive than milk.
No, not if they're doing it in batches, like huge amounts.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you're simply dehydrating it, pulling the water out of it, I mean, maybe they're watering it down when you get it, and that's why it's not as good.
You know what baffles me? Orange juice with pulp always seems to be more expensive than orange juice without pulp.
What about dehydrated water? Does that baffle you?
You know,
too?
you want to know why?
That does baffle me, to be honest.
You want to know probably why that
Powdered
is,
water,
Craig?
if that existed, would be
You wanna
just
know-
ultimate and just question mark.
What's probably happening, Craig, with the orange juice is they're gonna
That
do
it's
stuff.
lies and
no,
they
they're
betray
gonna
me.
they're gonna do stuff that in a way that makes the most sense. And so
How
large
does that
portion,
make sense?
a large portion of the market probably wants no pulp. So what they're doing is
Well,
they're
the
juicing
large
these
portion
oranges.
Of the market is an asshole.
They're juicing these
and they-
oranges and making orange juice without pulp. They're straining it all out and they're adding pulp back to it later. That's probably what's happening.
in like big
That's-
globs.
That makes
There's
sense.
like a dude with an industrial broom that's just like shoving like fucking huge piles of pulp into the batch. After
They're not going to have two different lanes.
right.
One that juices the orange with pulp left over and one that juices the orange pure. That doesn't make sense. You have one lane and just take the pulp from and just add it back.
You know
That's
what?
what's happening.
So the one has
If-
double pulp, basically.
No.
If any of you are someone who is buying orange juice without pulp, you're an asshole. All right, you're causing me to not have pulp in my orange juice, so you can go fuck yourselves.
Wait, so you're a pulp guy?
But if you think about
Yes.
it, isn't that kind of
Okay.
I can never find fucking orange juice
I want the
with
fucking
extra pulp. That's all I
squeezed
want.
remains
I
of the
want
orange
I
inside
want
the orange
ex-
juice. I want the
extra
experience
pulp in
of-
my orange juice, and all I can find is either no pulp or some pulp. You know how much pulp some pulp has, Cam? Fucking none. It's
I want
none.
to. If I don't have to whip out a spoon, it's just simply not.
Why do you?
pulpy.
Yeah.
Why?
I want something that's
Why do you enjoy the
literally,
pulp, Craig?
I just want them to make a fucking bottle of orange juice.
Tell me
and I
what-
want it to just be called pulp, and it's fucking no liquid. It's just the pulp, and that's what I fucking want.
Has like the fucking instead of like the banded Tropicana straw, it's just a fucking banded spoon inside the pulp.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But
That's
what about drinking chunks in your liquid makes you?
Get you going.
It's part of the fucking fruit. That's fine.
I mean, I'm a pulp person too.
Yeah,
but
I am too.
The way you go on about it, it's just like, and I have to like
You
literally
need
think
that
about what
thick-
it is.
I don't know.
It's just like you're drinking fucking husk of fruit inside the fruit
Yeah, I
inside
like
its own
that.
juice. Yeah.
It has a texture to it, and it makes the drink interesting. You know.
Do you like a
It's,
low
it's,
then?
it's like with soda. Like you like the bubbles.
Do you like a low then?
What?
Aloe vera drink. Do you like that?
I've never tried it.
Okay, I'll bring you some.
Okay.
What about like malts versus shakes, Greg?
Dad, don't get him started on this.
Okay.
This is something he's very passionate about, and we've already gone off tangent for so long.
Fucking shakes have to be drinkable. That's all it is. All right. As long as it's fucking a drinkable fucking bit of ice cream.
Well, they all
Then it's-
become.
then it's a shake.
So can they all become shakes? A shake like the higher
No,
order
because
of-
it's fucking specifically made to be a shake, and if it's specifically made to be drunk, then
you want drink.
then it is a fucking shake. All right, thick shakes do not exist. That it's just a cup of ice cream.
You fat ass. It's not a thick shake. It's just that is true. Actually, that is.
I
true.
wonder if they're struggling to
Fucking
get the ratio of ice
over
cream
the rim
to liquid.
business is fucking lies. It is ice cream in a cup.
shake just has a healthier sound than ice cream in a cup.
No, it's a fucking lie and it's a trick, and people think that
I
it's
think
different.
they're just getting their milk to ice cream ratio off because they want it to be super cold still, but it still needs to be liquid.
Well, the reason is because like the thick shakes are literally just like easier to spoon into your mouths because they're lies. It's not a fucking drinkable thing.
I could see a fine line between a normal shake and a thick shake.
It's basically
the thick
fucking
shake being
soft
like the
serve.
one you have to like really fucking suck on to get that
To get that
thick
nectar.
load in your mouth.
The regular ones come off easy.
Yeah, you don't want it to be a chore to drink your fucking shake, all right? You don't want
He's not here to get a mouth workout.
I don't
guys.
I don't want to fucking increase my blowjob skills through this fucking straw of fucking thick shake quotations. I want fucking a drinkable
The next
shake.
After
So
Dark.
is-
I don't want my shake to come with a fucking spoon.
What about Frosties? Frosties come with a spoon.
Frosties aren't shakes.
It's
fucking soft serve.
all right. That's fair. That's fair.
That's
So
okay.
most things are not shakes. Then almost
Yes.
everything isn't a shake.
Almost everything is not a shake. You're right.
So the shake is
because
the
a shake
higher
is a
order of-
specific drinkable ice cream.
But you can all become shakes. So like the shake is the thing that like
no,
the,
that's just melted ice
that, like-
cream, and it's not the same thing.
the shake is what the malts look up to, and like the cup of ice creams look up to is like their god and like the thing they need to become like. And so when they melt a little bit,
No, it's not the
Then
same.
what's a
at
malt
all.
then, Craig?
they become more divine.
A malt is malt is just a shake with malt in it. That's all it is.
But is it? Are there traditionally shakes that you can? I guess those ones are ones you can drink usually.
Yes. Because a shake is a drinkable ice cream. It is a dessert that is presented in that way. It is not a fucking soup of ice cream that you just stick a straw in, Schweiss. Nor is it a fucking cup of ice cream that you serve with a spoon. It is a thing that you drink.
Well,
Because it is made with fucking milk and other liquids and fucking some stuff on top if you want, and then you just fucking drink it. All right?
I told you he's passionate about it.
Because it's a lie. Every fucking place is a lie.
Yeah, almost everyone calls them shakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
even fucking Arby's with their Jamocha
Yeah,
shake.
but-
It's a lie. It's not a
Those you
drinkable
can-
thing.
I mean,
that
you
is-
can drink those.
if you wait long enough.
Yeah, I guess they are kind of tough in the beginning. It's not like to the same level as some of those other places, though.
They just have soft serve. That's all it is.
Malt is such a weird thing. Like, just like thinking about chewing.
Yeah,
It's
like,
just fucking
milkshake
Whoppers.
is a beverage, and
It's
to be a
crushed up
beverage,
Whoppers inside of a mixed up in the shake.
yeah, it's the insides of Whoppers. You know, Whoppers are one of those candies that you get, and you're just like, Whoppers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Too bad.
yeah. It's the same thing as like Junior Mints. You're like,
I
oh,
know.
yeah.
I like Junior Mints. What the fuck are you
Minty.
talking about?
I just don't eat a lot of candy.
Well, like I'm talking like Halloween. Like
Oh.
Whoppers is like it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, it's like, ooh, look, we have chocolate. It's like, yeah, but you're a fucking Whopper, so nobody cares. It's like Smarties. It's like, who would buy Smarties when you could buy Tootsie Rolls for the same price?
Well, who would buy M&Ms when you could just buy a Hershey's bar?
M&M's are pretty good
Yeah, but M&M's is just fucking a tiny thing of chocolate.
with a casing.
Yeah, but you don't taste the casing. You taste the chocolate.
That's true. The Hershey bars are much better, especially if you get those almond ones.
What happens,
feel-
Craig, if they make a perfect milkshake, perfectly drinkable, right? But then they let it freeze a little too long and it becomes thick.
Is
because,
it no longer a milkshake?
Then it's a poorly prepared milkshake.
But how would you know the difference?
Because you can't fucking drink it.
But that could just be ice
But
cream.
it's too cold to drink. It's now
That's
more like ice
exactly
cream.
what I'm saying. It's a poorly prepared milkshake.
So it has fallen. It's fallen from grace. It flew too close to the sun and fell, and now it is. It is
It would
no
be
longer. A
it would be the
milkshake.
opposite of flying too close to the sun.
It flew too close to the ice and became.
Flew too close to the atmosphere and became frozen.
Yeah. There we go. So
All right.
So that doesn't count as a shake, or no, it still counts as a shake.
It's just a poorly prepared one.
Okay. I guess it wouldn't change the actual. Like,
So it would be a shitty shake.
yeah, it wouldn't change the actual style of making the shake. So I suppose it would still stay basically the same.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just soft serve ice cream, and you can't really make a shake into soft serve ice cream. It's
Yeah.
beyond that; it'll just freeze.
Pouring cream into fucking soft serve ice cream does not necessarily make it a milkshake, okay?
Craig, there's no one else online that shares your rage, so you need to blog about this.
Nobody else is of the same opinion.
Not that I could see. Like you look.
So
yeah.
they're fucking. What are they? Just like
They've been brainwashed by big
minions
ice cream.
They're minions of Big Shake.
Craig, you know what this means?
Yeah, big shake.
Craig, you know what this means, right? You just need to go get a business loan and start your own ice creamery or your dairy shop. Or just take over the one that's in Payson. Because, like, I fucking love
Which
to
one
walk
in
in
Payson?
there. And the one
video
on the
game
same
store?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that place is good.
So I just
like
want
that
I just
place.
want to fucking walk in there and get like a 1950s vibe, and you're sitting behind the counter with a white apron and one of those fucking white, folded
That place
hats
is
on
built
top.
into an old bank.
Your rosy cheeks and just the joy in your eyes as you provide people real milkshakes.
You know
Yeah.
I have no joy.
I think
That would bring a joy.
I would either want to see you work
The
there,
Dairy Craig.
or work at like a hot dog on a stick with a little spinny hat. Just Craig, like, welcome to hot dog on a stick, dude.
Dude, he'd fucking hate his life. I could see him getting
I
some
would.
joy by serving actual milkshakes, though.
Yeah, that's his. Maybe that's his calling. Maybe that's what he's
No.
meant to
I just
do.
want to.
I just have to
See him
spread the
dressed up
word
that
of the
way.
truth.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys got anything else?
No.
Is the milkshake rant enough?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. 385-204-3921. That's how you can get hold of us. Leave us your voicemails. Leave us your questions, and we'll answer them on the show. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and we will see you next time.
Mankind has always been the poison.
Give up on yourselves and give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you. Everybody deals with grief differently, right? Some people fuck at funerals. I cut off heads.